So now we will see what is the big data. Just big data is simply the term, as we can see the name, that is a big data. What does this means? It means the data in a big quantity. Okay. So before moving to the big data, we have to discuss something about the history of the big data. Means who was the person and how it came into picture. Means when it was developed, something like that. So the big data and the Hadoop history is quite something like interesting. Like okay. So the actual in the 2003 and 2004, there was a company that is named as the Google. We might all know that. So the Google company has introduced two concepts. Okay, the first concept was the GFS, that is the Google file system. Okay, for storing the data, and second was the MapReduce for processing that data. But what the problem with the Google people have, they only give the idea. Means they have given the idea about the GFS and the MapReduce. They didn't implement that idea. Okay, fine.
Fine.
Yeah. So they only given the idea, but they didn't implemented that. So what later on, what were the problems? So why the GFS was there? GFS was for the storing of the data. Okay, and MapReduce for the processing, means how we can process, search, or analyze the data. For that we have the MapReduce concept. So later on, after a year in 2005 and 2006, the company at that time the company Yahoo has taken the Google's project. What the Google has given the idea, because at that time the Google has given only the idea, they didn't implement that. So later on, after a year, the Yahoo company has to take the idea from the Google's, whatever the two concepts were there, and the person that is the inventor of the Yahoo, means that is the person inventor of the big data and Hadoop, was the Doug Cutting and Mike Cafaria. Okay, they start developing the whatever the concept given by the Google, and finally in 2005 they developed the same GFS. Earlier we were having the concept of the GFS, that is the Google file system. They modify something in that, and they given the idea that is the HDFS, that is the Hadoop distributed file system. What is the Hadoop distributed file system? We can say and we can discuss in the upcoming topics. So in the first point, they have given the HDFS, similar to the Google file system GFS. And one more concept they have given, that was the MapReduce. That MapReduce was exactly similar to the Google's only. They didn't modify in that. That is for storing of the, that is for the processing of the data. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Why
there,
didn't they implement,
yeah.
Why Google people unable to implement that their GFS?
Means each and every person, people have some problems. Okay, there might be some projects is going on. If I have one idea, okay, I can give you the idea. Means that I have the idea to discuss this project, but due to some problem, and if I am busy in some other work, I may be not able to implement this idea. Okay, so like that only the Google was busy in some other work. So later on the Yahoo peoples take the same idea from the Google only, and then finally they had implemented that. Okay, now we can see that the symbol and something like why the name of the Hadoop came. Is there any reason behind that? So the reason is exactly funny reason. In when the cutting was Mr. Doug Cutting, who was the inventor of the big data and Hadoop, when he was developing that language, he was sitting in his room and thinking about something. His child was playing, okay, in his room only, and he was having one toy, that is the yellow elephant, and he was telling that something like Hadoop, Hadoop, Hadoop. So from there only he has taken the idea of the name, that is the Hadoop, and the symbol as a big, that is a small elephant in a yellow color. Okay.
Okay.
This was the only reason for the name and symbol. In spite of this, there is nothing. Okay, so this is the reason for why the symbol is there and how the name came into picture. Okay, so now we have to see what is the big data. Means now first we will discuss about the big data, then later on we will move towards the Hadoop. So as you have discussed, and on the first class also, we can say that big data is simply the data in the bulk quantity. Okay, so how much data you can imagine that the people are generating per day right now? Do you have any idea?
Some million gigabyte.
So something like that. Everyone is using the Facebook. Approx almost people who is in the contact with the network is using the Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the Facebook, the people is doing only the like, share, and video upload and something like that. Okay. So in that one, the worldwide totally the 500 TB data is generating per day. 500 TB, that is far enough beyond to be represented in the RDBMS. Okay. From a single company Facebook, we are getting the 500 TB data per day. It means that after 5 years or 10 years, just imagine what will be the size of the data only generated by the Facebooks only. Okay. Similar to that, we have the companies like Twitter, eBay, LinkedIn. So Amazon's also. So see what will be the size of the data. Okay, these are the major generator of the big data in our day-to-day life. Now one question arises: if these companies are generating the data, which type of these data are? So these are the totally unstructured data. Okay, and what is the unstructured data? Something like the image, audio, video, whatever the things we are doing on the web, that is totally the unstructured data. Okay. Now later on we can see what are the different types of data. For this point, we can see that we are generating totally the unstructured data. In 2006, our digital universe size was only 0.18 zettabyte. Okay. And in 2011, it was just made 1.8 zettabyte. In 5 years, it was just getting approx doubled. Okay. And at the same time, the people had estimated that in 2015, the data size of the digital universe will be around 7.9 zettabyte, means approx 8 zettabyte. Okay. So you can see how the size of our digital universe is increasing day by day. There may be a question: what is the size of the zettabyte? What is zettabyte? So you know that what is terabyte?
Yeah.
That from terabyte, next version we have the petabyte, and after that petabyte we have the zettabyte. Okay. Earlier, when you are going to buy a laptop or phone, smartphones, you will get idea about the hard disk and RAMs. That is, the hard disk should be around some 160 GB. It may be enough for our work. But right now, if you are going to buy one laptop, the size of your hard disk should be minimum 1 TB. Okay. Why? Why? Because only for the storing of data. That data may be image, audio, video, or anything. Okay. There may be a chance that you are going to use data, or there may be a chance that you will never use that data. But anyhow, you have to store that data for your use, future use. Okay. So like that only, we are just increasing the size. Now a question arises here: why we need the Hadoop? If we are able to store the data in our system, our hard disk anywhere, then why we need the Hadoop concept? The problem here is we can store our data anywhere. Okay, we can store it in the hard disk, DVD, CD, and keep it in our rooms or anywhere in the corner of our room. Okay, but the major problem is how to access that data. Means how fast we can easily access that data what we have stored. So that is our major problem. For that concept only, the big data has been developed. Okay, means, and from that big data we have got the concept of the Hadoop. What is the Hadoop? So Hadoop is simply a framework for accessing that data, and how we can access that data we can see in the section of the Hadoop. So just give one definition for the big data. Anybody is going to ask what is the big data? What definition exactly you can give? So the big data is simply a large data set. Okay. So first point is that it should be a large data set, and second is that it should be so much large that we cannot store it on the RDBMS. Means that is our relational database. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now at least you will be able to define what is the big data. So this is already we have discussed, but there was a long gap. So now we have to discuss it again. So just tell me some companies in our daily life, who are generating the big data? The companies,
Yeah.
Facebook,
Facebook.
as we have discussed, the social media sites. Apart from the
Yeah.
social media sites, we have something like that is the aeroplane services, that is our
Yeah.
electricity boards, okay, and the stock exchange, that is the New York Stock Exchange, that are also generating a huge data per day. Okay.
Okay.
In India, Twitter is not famous so much, but in USA and something like that, the 79% of the US Twitter users are there. Okay, out of 500 billion registered users of the Twitter, 141.8 million are from the USA only. Now, as we have seen the history of the Hadoop, we have to move further for the next topics. So what are the different fields where the big data has been used? So that big data has been used somewhere in the financial service also, retail marketing, social media, healthcare, and government side also. Okay. Now, as we have discussed the type of the data, what are the different types of the data we have? So just tell me, what are the different types of the data we have? We have
Yeah.
some,
Structure.
yeah,
Unstructured. Yeah.
semi-structure. So whatever the image, audio, video we are generating, that will be the unstructured. One of the most common example for the unstructured data is the Facebook chat. Whatever the data generating from the Facebook chat, that is the totally unstructured data. Okay, and it may be due to this reason the Facebook has just developed one tool or the language that is known as the HDFS and Hive, that we will see in the upcoming classes. Then we have the something that is known as the semi-structured data. What are the semi-structured data? One
Log
example.
files.
Yeah, what are the log files?
Yeah. So like activities, information.
Yeah, whatever the activity we are doing on the web while connecting and disconnecting from the social media or anywhere on the web, that are the log files that will be automatically generated. Now in the graph you can see that there is an orange color line is there, that is the complex and unstructured data, and one blue color is there, that is the relational, that is the structured data. Is it visual?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just see the picture. In that you will be able to see how the size of data is generating. In before 1990s, we have only the less amount of data. That is the, and totally of them are the relational, that is the structured data. But after that we have a huge increase in our data, and that are totally unstructured. We can see it in the orange color. Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever the data we are generating from our daily life, out of 100%, that 70% of data is the unstructured type, and only the 30% of that are the structured. We can be able to just store in the RDBMS. Then we can see that 70% is too far, and that are totally unstructured. For that we need some tools and something frameworks for assessing and processing that data. For that purpose only we have the concept of the Hadoop. Okay.
What is NoSQL?
NoSQL is also one of the database. Okay. Like SQL, MySQL, and Oracle, we have the NoSQL, that is the database. Okay.
Okay.
So there is a comparison between the RDBMS and the MapReduce, means how the data has been stored in each case. The RDBMS related to our normal data storage type. Okay, and the MapReduce is known as the Hadoop and the big data concept. Okay. So in the RDBMS, we can store the size of the data only in the form of the gigabyte, means gigabyte, that is the GB. Okay. But in the case of the MapReduce or the big data and Hadoop, it's petabytes, far more greater than the gigabyte. Okay. Here the main reason for that is the only the storage. Okay. Means that the size may be a huge difference between the size in both of the cases. Remaining fields are only the normal points. The main concept you have to remember is the size. Then on the screen you will be able to see the IBM definition, as we have seen earlier also. that is the volume, velocity and variety. So the complete definition for this big data is the given by the IBM peoples only in the terms of the 3 V's, that is the volume, velocity and variety. And these 3 V's are only the important. There are a lot many V's in the case of the big data. Okay, but only this is the important one. So volume is related with the data size. Velocity means a speed of change, means how fast we can access all the data, whatever we have stored. Okay. Then third one is the variety, that is the data types, means whatever the data we are generating, whether it is a structure, semi-structure or unstructured. Okay. As we have seen, this is already discussed. On the slides, you may be able to see some of the companies that are using the big data concept. Is it visible?
Yeah.
For the last class, did you got the PPT or something like or not?
No, nothing.
Okay, then from today's class, you will get each and everything. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this was only the concept about the big data. Any problem in this one? You can just tell us right now only. Do you have any problem or any questions in this one?
No. I mean, can you go to the last slide?
Wait a while. For the big data?
Yeah, the companies providing data, which company is providing data, which company.
Okay, okay.
Analytics.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm.
What is the data acquisition? It comes IBM, SAP, and yeah. Can you go back? I mean forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Just tell me.
Okay. Okay, these are the company doing. So these are company involved in analytics. These are the company involved.
These are the
in BI
companies which are totally developed, means involved in the big data, means in the generation of the big data along with the storage of that big data. They are providing certain tools. On the left hand side, on the down, you can see that BI tools.
Okay.
Are you able to see that BI tools?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So some of the company which is related to BI only, that are the given in that particular block. But on the left hand side of that one, there is a NoSQL. Some of the company which is only related with the NoSQL are given here only. Okay. So each and every company are using and generating some different types of data according to their needs and according to their convenience. Okay.
Okay.
So how they are generating? The person was, I think another person was online, but due to some problem, after sometimes he is just offline.
Okay.
So we have seen about the big data, but we didn't discuss anything about the Hadoop. Okay.
Okay.
So just tell me, what is the Hadoop is? What exactly the Hadoop is?
Yeah, it's a framework which consists of programming part. I mean, storing the data first, then processing using programming language. So those programming are in the Hadoop ecosystem.
Okay.
And,
then why we need Hadoop? That is the one of the more important factor.
Yeah.
Okay, so before going to the concept of the Hadoop, we have to understand one more concept, that is known as the DFS. That is something that is a distributed file system. Okay, because we have seen in the case of the Google also, that is some Google file system. Now in the case of the Hadoop, we have the Hadoop distributed file system. So all that file systems has been generated from this point only, that is the DFS. So what is the DFS? First we have to see that. So DFS actually is the distributed file system. Then what is the distributed file system? Any idea do you have?
Yeah, so keeping files in different server and accessing from one.
So it may be kept in some different location, but one particular link should be available so that we can easily access that data. Okay? Yeah, that is only the distributed file system. And then why we need that distributed file system?
To store it parallelly.
Yes.
or access.
So only a main reason for the DFS is to work parallelly. Okay. Means if you are not working as a parallelly, the same work can be done in the years. But so same problem we can see it on the screen. That on the left hand side there is only one machine having the speed of 100 Mbps with 4 IO channels only. Okay, means that is the input output channel. And the problem here is that that machine has to read 1 TB of data. Okay, then just calculate it how much time it should be required for reading that data. So it may be around 40 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
and if we just make the 4 machines instead of the single machine, if we are able to place the 10 machines that will execute parallelly with same speed and same IO channels, the same work we can get to be done in the 4 minutes only. That is the divided by 10. Okay, that is the only purpose we are using the DFS. So I think this is the very easiest concept of the DFS. Anybody can understand by seeing the picture also. Any question in this DFS? Or it's okay.
Yeah, and I mean, how these channels work on that? This 4 IO process and all. I mean, if you provide
Yeah.
eight IO process.
No, so you are asking that in the single machine instead of placing the 4 IO channels, we can just place the 8 IO channels. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there should be certain limitations for the architecture of each and every systems. Suppose if you are using a laptop that has the capability to run only the 32-bit OS, and if you are going to insert some 64-bit OS, it may be a chance that it will not work correct. Okay.
Okay.
So there is certain architecture that is designed for each and every system. According to our need, we cannot just increase the size. There may be a chance that in your laptop the RAM size is given is the 2 GB. Then we can increase up to the 4 GB only, but we cannot increase up to 8 GB or 16 GB. Why? Because the architecture has been made in such a format. Okay.
Yeah.
So for that purpose, some parallel work concept came into market. Then we can we can get one idea about this parallel work, how this parallel work is going on in our daily life also. So just tell me, when a company is getting one project, how that project is going to be developed and delivered to the clients?
Yeah, I mean distributing the
Yes, so that project will be given to, taken by the company, and then it will be just distributed between the different modules according to the requirement. Okay, then in a particular module there will be some employee who are working parallelly for the completion of that module, so that it can be done easily and in a less time. If the same work, every work has to be done by a single person only, then there may be a chance that it will take more than 5 years, 10 years for completion of the single project. Okay, is it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the employees are working in parallelly, so more than 2 employee are instead of 1 employee, if 10 employees working, then the duration will be also less. So for that purpose only the concept of parallel working, that is the DFS, came into picture. The same DFS is just implemented in the case of the Hadoop, and that is known as the Hadoop distributed file system. Okay. Then we have to see first what actually the Hadoop is. As we have seen that Hadoop is a software framework or the tool for processing and storing the data. Okay, that will be in the large set. And Hadoop is also one of the big advantage of the Hadoop is that it is a open source software. Okay, what is the meaning of the open source software? That it can be easily downloaded and used by any of the person, right? Yeah. And there is one major point in this Hadoop is that the total Hadoop concept, what actually it is, it's written in the Java programming language only. Okay. So for that purpose only we require the Hadoop and Java. So if you have the knowledge of the Java, we can easily understand the programming of the Hadoop also. If you don't have the knowledge of the Java, then we have some alternate method. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Last time also we have discussed some points about the Hadoop, na?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So in the Hadoop we have certain properties, that is a characteristic, that it should be reliable, economical and scalable along with the flexible. Economical means if we are using the concept of the Hadoop, its cost should not be too high. Scalable means it should be in certain measurement, that we can do this work in a certain limitation of the data. Okay, means it should be measured. Then we have one reliable. I think you better understand the meaning of the reliable, what the reliable means. Yeah, same meaning is here also, there is no difference. Then we have the flexible. Flexible means according to our need, the framework should provide the result. Okay, that is a flexible. Means if we require the result in a certain format, then this Hadoop should be provide that output in certain format only. Okay.
Yeah. And down the line, if you for any changes, you can
yeah, we can edit those changes. Yes. That is the flexible. According to our need, we can modify that. Okay.
Yeah.
Then where the Hadoop is used, Hadoop may be used in the video and image analysis along with the log processing and searching. What is searching? We can understand. That is the Google search. From that only we have the concept of the GFS. GFS was initially for the Google search. Okay. When you type something in the Google search, what will happen? You will get more than 10 links from different locations.
Yeah.
And on the top of that, you will get one message that this search has been completed in this amount of the second. Means one time is given there.
Yeah.
Okay. Earlier that was not there.
Okay.
So that is
example like searching anything in Google. So I mean it's returning web link along with video link, right?
Yes.
So that query is able to find those videos files also, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can get the links from the different locations, whether it may be from your local server also, or it may be any part of this world. Okay. Okay. That is our GFS. That is the file system. Now, the most of the company are adopting the concept of the Hadoop. But what are the major company who are using the Hadoop right now only? That is the Yahoo. Approx Yahoo using the 40% of work using the big data and Hadoop concept only. Okay, whatever the work is going in the Hadoop means Yahoo, the 40% of the work is going to be done using the big data and Hadoop only right now. Then we have the Facebook, Google, Amazon, LinkedIn, Twitter.
Apart from this,
yes.
I think apart from these companies, there is a lot of companies there.
Yeah,
are using
a lot of the companies are using their Hadoop, but they are only the starting only. Okay, Hadoop came into picture from the last 3 to 4 years only, and right now approx not all the companies are working on the Hadoop. Some of the companies who are working on the Hadoop from the starting only, that is the IBM, Google, Yahoo also. Okay, but right now not many companies are there. That is the Samsung.
We have just started working on Hadoop.
Yes. Which company do you work?
I work in IHS. It's not much I mean famous in India, but
there is no problem. The work should be good. Okay, you are not going to buy the company, so anywhere you are working in a good environment, that is enough. Okay. So apart from that, you can see certain other companies on the screen that that are using the concept of the big data and Hadoop. Okay. Now we have to discuss what are the different core components of the Hadoop is. We have only two major core components, that is the HDFS, first one for storage, like in the case of the Google has given the GFS, the Google file system. Similar to that, in the concept of the Hadoop, we have the HDFS for storage, and second one is the MapReduce for assessing and processing that data. In the figure, you will be able to see the different versions Hadoop 1.0 and Hadoop 2.0. Okay. In the initial, the Hadoop 1.0 was there, and the most of the company is using the Hadoop 1.0 only, because they have not implemented 1.0. Then how they will switch to the Hadoop 2.0? That is a major reason. Okay. So for that purpose, we have to discuss the first Hadoop 1.0 only. Here you can see on the left hand side, HDFS is there, and HDFS, apart on the top of the HDFS we have the MapReduce concept. On the top of that we have the pig and hive. So whatever the development required in India today, right now market is only the you should have the concept of the MapReduce along with the pig or hive. That is sufficient, because they are working on these two technology mainly. Apart from there are lot many techniques. Okay. So the same thing is been now on the screen. You will be able to see one diagram. There is a picture, Hadoop ecosystem. You might be able to understand this picture because you have seen this on the last class also.
Not visible. It's not visible. That slide. Yeah,
Right
yeah. No, I got.
Right now, it may be turned that it is visual.
Yeah.
So is there any questions in this ecosystem? Because in this ecosystem, on from the top means bottom left, there is HDFS, which is the main one. Then we have the MapReduce, that is the also known as the Yarn. Yarn is simply the MapReduce version 2.
Okay.
Okay, and we have to discuss about the HDFS, then MapReduce, then some of the topics which are available on the top of the MapReduce, something like the pig, hive, R connector, HVS, UG. Okay.
I think later on it will get.
Yeah. So each and everything we
how
have to
does-
see in the later on. First we have to see only the HDFS and MapReduce only. Okay, in this section.
Okay.
So we have seen the what are the different core components of Hadoop 1.1 version. What are the different components? First one is the HDFS and second one is the MapReduce, right?
Yeah.
HDFS is for the storage and MapReduce for the processing of that data. Okay.
Okay.
So now, is there any question in this HDFS? Because we have to move towards the next version.
Okay. Give me a second. My peers is calling. Give me just 1 minute. I'm coming from.
Okay then. Okay.
1 minute. Yeah. Thanks. Hello. Hello, Vikram. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now you are free or you need some more time?
No, I'm free. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So there is a concept that is known as the HDFS, the first part of the Hadoop we have to see. Okay, so before moving to the HDFS, we have to see on the screen also there are certain properties of the HDFS that is mentioned in the circles. Okay, so we have to see each and everything about the HDFS. Now can we start with the HDFS?
Yeah.
Okay, so what actually the HDFS is? As we have discussed also that HDFS is simply the Hadoop distributed file system, means something the file system which is the distributed in the concept of the Hadoop. Okay, then what are the different features of that HDFS? So that there are different features of the HDFS, as you can see, able to see on the screen also on the slides. That is, it is a fault tolerance. Fault tolerance means it should be able to what?
Manage
Some faults which are occurring in the systems.
Yeah.
Then second one is the high throughput. High throughput means the performance should be also high. Okay.
Okay.
Then it should
performance means what? Speed.
Means it should be if you are storing something in your dataset, right? Then you have to assess that. Means if you are using the concept of Hadoop, then it should not be less than the normal speed. Okay, it should be somewhat more than that also. Means speed should be greater than that. Then only the performance will be more. Okay.
Performance means only the speed of storing or reading or writing the
files, speed of not storing, is speed of reading that files. Okay.
Okay, reading that file.
Yeah. That is the throughput, means the performance. Then third one is the suitable for application with large data set. We know that if you are using the concept of the Hadoop, it should be always associated with the large data set. Okay.
Yeah.
Then last one and the most important point of that the HDFS is that can be built out of the commodity hardware. What is the meaning of the commodity hardware? Any idea do you have?
I mean the configuration of your server or laptop.
Yes, means it should not be too much costly. Commodity hardware means simply means that the cheap hardware, means the price should not be more. Yeah, it should be in our budget so that we can easily use that.
Yeah, like we can use in our laptop or PC.
Yeah.
So
that is known as the commodity hardware. Commodity hardware means simply the cheap hardware. The total concept of Hadoop is related with the two words only, means two important points. First one is the commodity hardware and second one is the cluster of the computers. Okay. So first one, the commodity hardware means the cheap hardware we have seen. Means what is the cheap hardware, commodity hardware. Then second point is the cluster of the computers. Means it should not be able to work in the single computer only. It should be in certain way that it should be work in the clusters, means many machines. Okay, group of the machines.
Okay. In normal laptop or need to?
No, this is the feature of the Hadoop, not for the normal laptops. So
okay, I mean, can we create a cluster using couple of desktop?
Yeah, we can create. Why not? For that we will see in the Hadoop configuration, means during the installation of the Hadoop we can see. Okay. So first for the normal use, person is going to use the single cluster only. Okay. The most important and the point of the HDFS is that it should be suitable for the large files related with the commodity hardware and streaming data access. Streaming data access means it should be able to read that data. Okay, it should not be only with the storage. So what are the different goals and the properties of the HDFS? Just tell me. On the screen some points are given and I think that points are not require any explanation for that. That first one is the fault tolerance, you know better. Okay, then there is a data access, something like simple and robust. What is robust and simple? You know that. Portability. Portability means it should be portable from one system to another system. Means some programs. If you have written any Hadoop programming, okay, in your system, it should just copy that code and it should be able to work on the different machines also.
Yeah.
Some scalability means it should be in certain condition that data should be measured in some quantity. Then economy, efficiency, reliability, all the points are the common points which we have discussed earlier also. Okay.
Sure.
Then we have one more important point that right now in some of the areas the HDFS is not suitable. What are the different areas? You can see. So do you have any idea where the HDFS and Hadoop is not suitable in today's market?
I mean, not suitable means it's not
Not
required, or
No, the company are generating the large data set, okay, but the
okay.
Hadoop cannot be used in that. So we can take the example of the banks. In most of the banks, there are too many data generating per day, okay. But in the
Who are
banks, any banks,
the
private
bank?
or the
Okay.
government work, any banks, we can say that there are a lot many people who are using the opening the accounts in each and every bank. They may have the 3-4 accounts. So for that purpose, they are generating also the large data. The banks are generating the large data, but still the Hadoop is not suitable for that. Why? That we will see in this topic. Okay. So on the slides, you can see some of the areas where HDFS is not suitable right now in today's market. It may be a chance that in the future, it will be possible to access the Hadoop. Okay. So first point, we can see the low latency data set. Then second one is a lot of small files. Third one is the multiple writers. So what is the low latency data set? Data access. Now at least you may see the what is low latency.
Yeah.
Yeah, low latency is something related to the banks. Okay, in banks each and everything is required in quickly. Means person is going to insert the account number of the customer. Then at the same time the very quick response should be given to the system that the person's details, whatever the transactions limits he is doing. Okay, means
Okay.
low latency simply means the area where you have to quickly read the records. Okay, if you are reading the records today, you enter the account number of the customer, and after the 2 years you will get the details of that customer. Then it's a very bad now. Nobody will.
Because if you're putting queries in Google search, so it is coming immediately, right? So
Yes,
like
and it will
now,
also give you some time duration that this query has been completed in this much time.
if it is possible in Google DFS, uh, to get that information from that huge files, why not here? Why not here in
In case
banks
of the banks,
information?
what will happen? The data totally is the unstructured manner. Okay, it not be in some possible data format. Okay, the bank data is not in a possible format. It may be some different formats for each and every customer. Suppose they are having the some customer current type accounts, some persons will have the company type account. So all having the different format. Here, what will happening? They no doubt they are generating the lot many data per day, but problem is that they are generating the small. Suppose you have 1,000 rupees note. Okay, just take the simple
Okay.
example. You have 1,000 rupees note, and the similar amount you will have one 10 rupees note. Which one will be better for you for assessing and storing that? Suppose you have the 10 rupees notes of the 1,000 amount. Okay,
Okay.
which will you prefer?
1001.
1,001. Why?
Um,
Because for storage
1001.
also that is good, and for assessing means where there is a requirement you can use that also. There is no problem.
Okay.
Why you don't use the 10 rupees notes for that 1,000 rupees? Why? Because the first problem is that you can't store it in the purse because it will be too more. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So first problem is the storage, and second one is the just be online. Okay.
Latency. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just be online. Yeah, Jim.
Yeah.
The person, one of the students also. So right now on the screen also you can be able to see certain fields, na? What are the
Yes. Yes.
lots of the small data files, why we are not using something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
that is a major reason, and one best example I have given with the 1000 rupees note and one 10 rupees note. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
so if you are using the 10 rupees note of the 1000, it will be also equivalent to 1000. Means if you have the small data, then together we can call it as the large data set. Okay, but if the single person is generating a single large data set, then that will be preferred. Okay, that is the reason
Okay.
why Hadoop is came into picture. It's only with the large data set, and large data set means it should not be some group of the small files. In the banks, we can see that each and everything will be some small data only. The person, whatever the saving account he is having, with some withdrawal and deposit. Okay, only that much. If the same person will provide a lot of data, single person, that will be preferred by each and everyone. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you have any questions in this one?
No, I'm pretty clear.
Okay. Just see on the slides, one more important topic is there. Just go through it. Okay. Then I can discuss about this. Just read once. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have gone through this DFS component?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not clearly.
Yeah, that's what I told you to just read it and then I'll just tell you. So we have seen that Hadoop. In that Hadoop, we have the two main component, that is the HDFS and MapReduce, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So in that HDFS, we have certain parts, okay, that is required for running the HDFS. So out of that, first one is the name node, okay. Then
Okay.
we have the name node, we have data node, we have secondary name node, then job tracker and task tracker. These are only 5 things, and these are the only 5 things that should be configured before running the Hadoop example. Okay.
Okay.
So first one, now we will see what are the first one points. So first one is the name node. Okay. So
Okay.
in each and every example, we will have only one name node, that is the master. So in your college time or anywhere you have heard something like the master slave working. Okay. So in the HDFS also we have one master and there will be n number of the slaves. Okay. So in the case of HDFS, the master is known as the name node. Okay. And what are the work of this master name node, that is the master node? It's simply take care of the all the childs, means that is the slaves. Okay, that is the only work of the name node. There is no particular other works for that name node. Okay.
Okay.
So first point is the name node, and that is the master node. And on the slides you can see that it is associated with the job tracker. Means something like, if I am the master, I will give certain order to the different slaves. Okay, then that work should be given by me and it should be reached to the slaves by the help of this job tracker only. Okay, means that job tracker will keep each and everything's record. Okay, means which slaves is getting the job, what are the different permissions of that, means whether he will be able to read that or read write, or he will be able to write only. That are the different permissions. Okay, that is given to the data nodes by the name node. For that purpose we require job tracker. Job tracker is associated with the name node only. That we can see in the upcoming picture. One diagram is there, from there we can get it clear. Okay.
Okay.
So now this is the name node. Remaining about the name node we can see in the diagram. Then after that name node we have the data node. As we have told that there will be lot many or n number of the slaves that will be known as the data nodes. Whatever the work you want to do with the Hadoop, whether you are going to read that file, whether you are going to write a file, okay, that all work will be done by this data node. Okay, this is clear?
Data nodes, yeah, data nodes is the slave, right?
Yeah, data nodes are the slaves and name nodes are the masters.
Okay.
Okay. So
this
yeah.
Via through which media this job tracker, master node will keep on track of this data nodes? Through
that we will see.
media.
That is our upcoming topics. Okay.
Okay.
So first we have to give only the definitions. What is the data node? What is job node? Something like that. Okay. So we have seen the name node, that is the master of the file, and in the case of name node we have job tracker, right? This just keep the 2 points in your mind. Name node, something with the related with the master, and it will have job tracker. 2 points in the case of the name node. Okay.
Okay.
Means name node, that is the master and it will have the job tracker. Okay. Then we have the case of the data node. Data node means slaves and it will have the task tracker. Okay.
Okay.
So now here in the diagram, are you able to see one diagram? You are getting the diagram? Hello? 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 Hello, Ajim? Hello? 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 Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
might
yeah. I
I
can
will
hear you
not.
now.
Yeah, right now I am getting you. So on the diagram you can see one diagram is there, that is job tracker and task tracker. Are you able to see that?
Yeah.
So whatever the work is related with the Hadoop, first the client is there. On the top we have the client. So client will first
Mm-hmm.
contact with the job tracker. Okay, that is the
Mm-hmm.
master. It will be contacted with
Job
the
tracker.
job tracker is
Job tracker.
associated with the name node, and name node is the
Master.
master. Okay,
Okay.
so job tracker is also on the master sides only. Okay,
Okay.
this one client, this the client will contact to the name node, that is the master, and master will have this job tracker. Okay,
Okay.
then we have on the bottom we have something like that, the task trackers. You okay, that all are the
Okay.
slaves. Okay, whatever the
Okay.
work we are doing, that is the reading or writing, that will be done by these task trackers only. Okay, and this is the job tracker which will order to the particular task tracker to that particular job. Okay, that we will
So
see. Yeah,
you
till
can mention there in the job tracker slash name node. Is it fine?
so job trackers is something a part of the name node. Okay,
Okay, part of name node.
yeah,
Okay.
that is a must. So on the next diagram we can see it clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Before
Vikram, one thing I just want to
Mhm.
after what time it will be
It will be
continue?
around more minutes.
Okay, yeah, fine, fine. Just
Okay.
want to know.
Yeah, yeah,
Accordingly, I just
yeah. Today I'm also late now.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so other students were also calling, and just now she called me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What is your office location?
Hey, this is in Kormangla.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have three more points. That is the client. What is the client? You know better. Client is something, the
Yeah,
application of the software which is required for the running of that machine. Then we have the
yeah.
HDFS metadata. What is metadata meaning?
Metadata means the library structure, right? If
Okay.
you let's
Means
say
metadata means
if
the information about the other data. Okay.
yeah, as a you can say content.
Yeah. Then we have racks. I think rack is a very common Hindi words also. Now where it is going to be in our home also. What are the racks?
Yeah.
Simply it is a storage area. The same
Mm.
concept is in the Hadoop also. We have the racks where we can store the different nodes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have one more topic that I should be able to go through that right now, or we can discuss it in the tomorrow.
How much time will take?
It will take around 15 to 20 minutes.
I think
So
better.
better we can join the tomorrow only in the as an introduction only we can discuss that. Then we can go for the
Yeah.
configuration. Okay. So
Yeah. Yeah.
right now I'll send all the three PDFs PPT. Just go through at once.
Okay.
If there is any query there, just make a point of that. We can discuss tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
and
Great.
and yeah, for running also I told you that it is a requirement for the Ubuntu, that it should be installed on your system. So the Ubuntu is
Yeah. It's
directly,
there.
it's directly installed, or it is using the virtually, there is no problem. Okay,
Okay.
so I will send you two links. One link is for
Yeah.
downloading the Java for the Ubuntu, and one link for
Okay.
downloading the Hadoop for the
Okay.
Ubuntu. These
Okay.
two files is the minimum.
I don't.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't have idea how to install it in Ubuntu.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling. That first you have to download it and keep it with you. In the upcoming means
Okay.
maybe in the tomorrow class, I will tell you the how to just install that all the things. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll send
Can
you.
I able to share my?
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Can I able to share my screen with you? If possible in this webinar here?
There is no problem. But tomorrow, na I'll just share my, and I will also install the same thing on my PC, and I'll tell step by step everything. So the other students along with you will be easily understand. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll send you the two links. Just download that links
Okay.
One for the Hadoop. Okay, that is a Hadoop
Okay.
1.2.1 version. Before going to download, if you have any confusion, you can just call me or confirm it. Okay. Otherwise, you can
Okay.
download it. It is mentioned in the file. And second one is the Java. You have to download.
Mhm.
Download it for the 64. That is for the Linux 64-bit machine. Okay. That all
Okay.
points are written in there. So just download it.
But
Yeah, tell me. You can download it in
Linux
the.
is required.
You can download it in the window also. There is no problem. Just download and keep
Okay.
files. Okay. We will use that
Sure.
tomorrow. Okay. Sure.
How big it is?
It may be Java is around totally it will be around 200 to 300 MB.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So meet you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Yeah. See. Bye
Okay.
bye. Good night.
Good night.